been seeing signs, now I know my place. Read between the lines, reach you out of space. But now I know. 1, 2, 3, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. 1, 2, 3, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Cue me in. Let's go. Switch it up. They say stop making those sad songs, but I'm mad gone, cause I'm never gonna conform to mainstream values, that's wrong. And I think it's crazy what I've done here on this platform. I'm out here like El Nino, I've been the cream of the crop, I'm that storm. And all I said to do was break the records like Usain Bolt. Join the cult, I'm in a speedy tuxedo looking muy bonito and feeling 32 volts. They don't even...
What's up, guys? We're back in the car. For those of you who do not like the car confessions, I apologize. But as many of you know, if you know me, when I have the most energy and the most creative juices flowing is in the morning. So that's probably a product of me as well as MS. I know with the MS I kind of wear down throughout the day. I equate it to kind of like a cell phone battery. You know, your phone battery. You know, it starts juiced up first thing in the morning, and then it gets weaker and weaker and weaker. And so that's kind of me, I think. But anyway, of course, Tuesday headed to Pinehurst, going to document the travel on that. But thank you for the love. Thank you for those guys who reached out. The article I wrote Saturday here got a lot of response, a lot of feedback, and thank you for that. So I just want to take a quick second to say thank you for that. It's a grind, you know. I scheduled my appointment. It's going to be Monday to get my first dose of Gilenya. It's going to be fun. I mean, the appointment is 8 a.m. and I take my first dose, and they check my blood pressure and heart rate like every hour for 6 hours. So I'll be in there for 6 hours. It's going to be fun. So we'll document that and see how boring that episode is.
Yeah, now I'm scoring as the earthquake jolts. I don't expect anyone to get that reference. It's your preference, but if you do, then that's dope. I'm about to walk through the smoke, sure hope that nobody chokes. This is my version of woeing and woeing and woeing until I am ready to go. I want to change how they see me, but not change the person inside that I already know.
I've been seeing signs, now I know my place. Read between the lines, reach you out of space. But now I know. 1, 2, 3, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. 1, 2, 3, I'm ready to go.
I was having a very interesting conversation about marketing and impressions versus engagement, or impressions and what that means. So when you advertise on a website or a newspaper or a TV commercial, they like to talk about how many impressions you have. You have 5 million impressions. You got 9 billion impressions. Or on Google, if you're on Google, advertising on Google for a search engine, you'll also see, you know, all these impressions. But what does that mean? I mean, just because I'm on page 8 of a magazine, yeah, the readership might have 55,000 subscribers, or might go out to 50,000 people. So they're going to tell me, you know, our readership is, we have 50,000 copies going out. Well, that doesn't mean that 50,000 people are getting those, and it doesn't mean they're turning to page 8 or 9, wherever my ad is. It doesn't mean they're actually engaging with it, paying attention to it. And that's the difference online or in newspapers or magazines. That's the difference between engagement and impressions, because people want to talk about impressions. You have all these impressions. Billboards. We have 5,000 cars driving by this billboard every hour. That's 5,000 impressions per hour times blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but it doesn't mean 5,000 people are looking and seeing your billboard. Hey, look, there he is right there. No, because half of them are on their phones or doing something else, or looking at the road, looking at the map, talking with somebody. It doesn't mean they're actually engaging with that content. So I just want you to understand that there is a difference. So they will talk to you about impressions, but really the question is, how much engagement do you have? And Facebook is, one of the best at this, because you know how many people saw your ad. You know how many people engage with that video or watch that video, or how long they watch it. Did they watch it with sound on, sound off? And then you can dig down to who they are, who the people are that watch the video, or who the people are that engage with your content. So I just don't want you to be fooled by impressions. I'm sure it's fine. I mean, you gotta have impressions to have engagement, but let's separate the two. Let's talk, apples and apples. If we're going to hold social media up as how many calls you're getting, or how many service calls are you getting, if we're going to hold that to that engagement standard, then TV, magazines, internet ads, all of that needs to be held to the same standard. You can't go on, we had this many impressions, oh, we're doing fantastic. You know what? The Super Bowl has a lot of impressions. It doesn't mean the people are engaging with that commercial. It doesn't mean the people are watching that commercial. Most of them are probably tweeting or on Facebook during the commercial. So just be careful. Don't get fooled and don't get lured into, hey, we have this many impressions. Join our marketing list because we go out to 60,000 people. Because it could be a losing the question would be, all right, I'll go on your page and you have 3 million impressions. How many clicks are your advertisers getting for those? What's the engagement? Just because I'm on the page, it doesn't mean they see me. One reason is because I'm on the right side of the advertising webpage, which is the problem, because studies have shown that we kind of delete the top and the right side of a search page because we know that's where the ads are. Google has taught us this, so that's why they stopped doing right side advertising, because the engagement declined. So again, just be careful and make sure you're on the right channels, but know the difference between impressions and engagement.
Really, I'm flowing. Lately, it's all going off. Truly, I feel like a boss. Spend every afternoon freestyling verses while everyone else is out doing the cross. This is my sport. The thing is, I keep getting better the more that I try. I've been on the field. I've been out here scoring.
I don't want anybody to think I'm against traditional media, which would be TV, print, direct mail, magazines, things like that. I still do some of those. Do radio as well. I just think the majority of it is overpriced for the attention it gets. For the attention it gets, it needs to be priced properly. So to me, talking about impressions and things like that, we're talking about overpricing the value. You price for the attention, and that is what you go after with the consumer. So I just don't want anybody to think I'm against traditional, because those that know me know I do radio and magazines and direct mail, and all of that stuff is ROI positive in my book. So just make sure you're not being taken advantage of on those channels.
I've been seeing signs, now I know my place. Read between the lines.